Coach Mumford, you follow your predecessor there, Todd Berry, from Army down to ULM. Talk about how that transition made and kind of how you're adjusting to things in the South.
It's great to work for Coach Berry again. We have a long-standing relationship. He worked for me for a year when I was head coach of Southeast Missouri. Then I went to him with Army, and Coach Berry left. I stayed through a few more coaching changes, didn't make this one, but he gave me the call, and I was so excited to get back with him because I know he's surrounded himself with great players and great people. The other thing is, being South, I know football is important down here. The players themselves impressed me in our four-quarter workouts with the effort and their work ethic. They're a little rusty right now, as you would expect in first couple days and just running around in helmets, particularly for linemen, it's tough. But people of Monroe, I live up in Sterlington, everybody's been more than friendly, gone out of their way to help, and my wife Leslie and I appreciate it very much.
The 3-3-5, definitely one of the unique defenses there in college football. What's been your experience with it, and how have you adjusted to working with Coach Reff, defensive coordinator?
Yeah, Coach Reff, man, he's an intense dude, and I love it, as you just saw down there. The last 5 years at Army, we played a very, very similar defense, and asked the same thing of our defensive linemen as far as, we're not a traditional 4-3 unit where we, control a man, control a gap, keep linebackers free. We're trying to move, stay on the move, stay low, penetrate, and be disruptive in the backfield, and then match it up with great pass rush. There is a lot of like and as to these defenses, and the players, as far as knowing the defense, they're still a little bit ahead of me, but I'm catching them here pretty fast. Just when a call is made, sometimes I'm a little slower to put it all together, but Coach Reff has put it in such a way that it's very simple. The calls are very, very specific to each position that's doing something, and it's pretty easy to do. We just got to get the guys hitting the right gaps and getting in the backfield, being disruptive. I think the mark of our defensive line are going to be sacks and tackles for losses. If we're doing our job there, it'll show up in the statistics.
You inherit a pretty senior line there with Joey Gottney, Darius Lively, and then the junior and Jermaine Johnson. What have you seen out of them early on?
Great knowledge of the defense. We're still feeling each other out across the board as far as my terminology, the way I explain things. That's why meeting time is real critical to us and everything. So other than that, they're extremely receptive, extremely coachable. I'm excited about some young guys. David Elias, as a redshirt freshman, I think shows a lot of promise. Been real impressed with Malcolm Edmond. He had a great fourth quarter, tremendous effort, and very instinctual ball player. It's impressive to see. So, as is Joey. Joey helps me out a lot. So he's got a little hamstring right now, but he'll be all right. He'll be back on Monday.
Recruiting-wise, what areas will you be hitting up, and then what are the selling points that you see already from the school?
Well, I've got a big demographic change from West Point. I'm recruiting Mississippi and Texas JUCOs, so I'm excited about that to get down there and not only just recruit my position, but just find players that can help this team as a whole. It's close to home, and it's always good to have that JUCO bank of players that you could tap into if you get some injuries or career injuries that you got to fill a position. Big responsibility, but I look forward to it. As far as the selling points, you get a wonderful education here, a lot of great majors to come into, and I think Coach Berry has put together a great staff that cares about their players, and then these players care about each other. That's been impressive to see. And again, being South where football is really important, it's a lot of fun. Good stuff.